As I look upon my life, there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my dreams. As I look upon my life, there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my dreams.
Good morning, everybody. Greetings once again. Yay, and this is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it, for the Lord is good to us. Amen. And you are on the Inside Show with Talk with Joan Thursdays, and we are having an interesting subject here. It's February, and the month of Feb is actually the love month. That's what they call it.
Uh-huh.
So let the love flow, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen.
And yes, because it's the love month, our topic for today is self-love, because I believe that it first starts with yourself.
Yes.
You cannot give what you don't have. So,
Totally.
yeah. And that is why we are going to go into that right now, and we're going to actually speak a little bit about what is self-love and how do you get self-love and stuff like that. So yes, in the studio with me here today, I have beautiful ladies that is not it's not their first time on the show, right? And therefore, you know them, but they weren't here for quite a while. And I know you're going to enjoy the show with me. So if you did not hit that bell, come on now. It's been a year already. So just hit the bell so that you can get some sort of notifications. What is happening on the Inside Show? Because sometimes there are such great topics that we actually explore on this show.
Yes.
So you want to know about it, right? So yeah, I'm going to first and foremost ask my guest just to introduce themselves, who they are they married? How many children? Because it's the love month, you never know, right? So yes, I'm going to start on my right-hand side. If you can just say who you are.
Okay, thank you, Joan. It's been a long time. I'm so excited. It's always a pleasure to be on the Inside Show and talk with Joan. So I'm Sonia Foster. I'm married to Pastor Denver Foster. By the way, we will be married for 25 years in April.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
What a time. What a celebration.
Oh,
In goodness and in health and sickness and in riches and poor, but we made it. So
Yes.
I have 2 children, and I'm staying in Valentine, and I just love doing life because I like to enjoy my life to the fullness. So that's me for you.
Right. Thank you. And now on my left-hand side, we have another beautiful woman. And let us hear who she is.
Guys, my name is Violet De Beer, and Joan, this is my first time on the Inside Show.
Oh, really?
Yes, for real,
Welcome.
girls. So
Welcome.
thanks for having me.
I thought
feel
you were
honored
young,
being
really.
here. No.
With the first ladies?
Won't she?
I don't know.
No,
No,
I
okay.
wasn't
Oh,
with the
okay.
first ladies, guys.
Okay.
So, in any case, thanks so much for this opportunity. I highly appreciate it. And as I said, my name is Violet De Beer, and God has blessed me with a second chance in life.
Yes.
Yes. So I am married to pastor, some called him pastor, elder, Mr. De Beer, and so we are happily married for almost 13 years now.
Wow.
Wow.
And I just see God's grace upon our lives.
Yes.
So basically, I am part of this new family. What do they call this family?
Blended
The
family, yeah.
blended family.
Yes.
Because I now have my own 3 kids and 3 grandchildren, and then I have from my husband's side 4 children
Yes.
and 12 grandchildren
Wow.
and
Goodness.
4 great-grandchildren.
Wow.
So, as Sonia said, she loves doing life. My purpose in life is not only just to live life for myself, but also for others and to inspire others because I know where I come from.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Right, that's awesome. So now, if you have your mirror out there, I would really love you to just take the mirror, go to the mirror, or whatever.
Yeah.
We have our mirrors here, and today's question actually, the girl that's looking back, reflecting back at you today, right? Sometimes that girl is not in a good space, and sometimes there's so many things happening to the girl, and sometimes you don't even feel like, and I'm not just talking about girls here, there are guys too. Sometimes you're just not up to it, and maybe your business failed or something went wrong, and sometimes you just don't feel up to the game. You know what I'm saying? And you don't feel like getting out of bed, and
Right.
your spirit is low. So I want to ask you, when you look into the mirror, and I know sometimes you don't want to because of circumstances, but when you look into the mirror and you have those blue days,
Yeah.
those dark days,
Oh, yeah.
those depressed days, those down days,
Right.
what is the thing that will actually rekindle that self-love to get you out of that situation? So I'm going to ask my guest here. If you look into the mirror, Sonia,
Yes.
and you're actually down and you don't feel up to it, right? How do you sometimes rekindle that self-love?
Self-love. Yes. Wow. What a real question. And I just remember it was not so long. I think it was Sunday. And I had this feeling, I was like, I was just not okay. But what I did, I normally went to my bedroom and I will sit on the bed with pens and poetjies, literally. And I will start doing self-talk. And I will address my insecurities.
Right.
I will address the fact that I feel like I'm not appreciated. I will address issues that I think, why must I go through this?
Yeah.
And then after I address that things first, then I come back and say to me, but Sonia, what can you do to better this now?
Right.
What can you do for yourself to
Right.
better this feeling, to better this? And I know one of the things I normally do also is I will reach out to a friend. I will
Okay.
just chat to somebody
Right.
and just say, how are you doing? How are you
Yeah.
keeping? And then I will start, after I chat to a friend, then I will just start finding myself really coming together again, and I will get off from the bed and I will find my hands to do something around the house also. But I will, in my back of my mind, I would say to myself, I've dealt with it.
Right.
Thank you that I've approaching it. Thank you that I've admit that I feel this way, and I admit also I cannot continuously feel this way because it's pulling me down, it's
Yeah,
dragging me.
yeah.
So I
Awesome.
admit it.
Right,
first, yeah.
right. Okay, and Vi?
For me, Joan, I realized that self-love is so critical.
Yes.
And self-love is not something that I always knew.
Yes, yes, yes.
There was a time that I did not love myself. That I
Right.
didn't have, that I had absolutely no idea
Right.
what it looks like.
Yes.
Right.
And if you don't have self-love, you cannot love someone else. You'll be of no use or benefit for anyone else. So when I came to the realization, that I could love myself, I now, like Sonia said, I recognize when I'm down. You said when we are
yes,
down, when we are
yes,
depressed.
yes.
And by the way, Joan, I was a sufferer of depression for years and years.
Wow, okay.
And through God's grace, and through help,
Yes.
I believe we need to reach out. We need to have counseling. We need to
Absolutely.
have whether it's a mentor or just
Yes.
a girlfriend.
Yes.
I remember
Girl
people.
talk,
Yes. a close friend of mine that helped me, when I thought I couldn't do anything,
Yes.
when I didn't have any confidence. She was there to show me what I was capable of doing.
Absolutely.
And by with her help and God's help, I managed to put up myself and to pick up myself. And just last night, I had this feeling of being a failure. I just messed up, and with regards to managing my time. And then I just took a moment to meditate, just to take a deep breath and to exhale and to just reflect on why am I feeling this way, and sometimes it's also okay to make mistakes. It's okay to mess up. It's okay not to be okay,
Not to feel good.
not to
yeah.
feel good. And when I also feel down now, I know, when we know better, we do better. So
Yes.
now I know better, and I try to do better. And so one of the things for me is to practice gratitude. Gratitude,
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
gratitude
That's
is
good.
not a character trait, by the way. It is a practice.
Yes.
It's something that we practice
Yes.
on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
Like just appreciating the little things
Yes,
in life.
absolutely.
So when I take a bath in the morning, I say, Lord, thank you for the water.
Yes.
Thank you for the soap that I'm using. Thank you for this, the ability
That's right.
to be able to help myself, to
Yes.
get out of bed in the morning, because as we know, when we are depressed, it's hard to get out of bed. It's hard
Absolutely.
to do something for yourself. So and then also looking in the mirror and we see our reflection. Sometimes we criticize ourselves too much. We judge ourselves too much.
That's very true.
So I've stopped doing that. I'm embracing who I am
Yes,
right now.
yes.
With
Wonderful.
wrinkles and all, and
Yes.
blemishes in the face and all, girls.
Yeah,
And
because
no-
sometimes you
Yeah.
don't feel good about yourself,
Right.
And you are the critic of yourself.
Yes.
Our worst,
Especially us as women.
Yes.
Women tend to actually be so hard on themselves when they
Definitely.
put up some weight, when they don't
Right.
feel,
Yes.
Yes.
especially looking at these girls today and looking at the celebrities. And
Yes.
so, man, we have to actually talk to ourselves in those instances.
Yes.
What I do, you know me, I always tell you what I do.
Yeah.
I always go to the mirror and I speak
Yes.
to myself.
Right.
I say, why art thou so,
So
downcast?
downcast.
Yes. Yes.
So it is important for you to
Yes.
have an
Self-talk.
outlet, to have
Right.
that self-talk,
Yes,
to
yes.
have that realness.
Right.
Because
Totally.
life is real.
Yes.
It's not a joke. It's not
things
something
happen.
that is, things happen to
All the
us.
time.
And therefore it is vital to actually speak to yourself.
Yes.
And I know you don't want to look into the mirror. And that is one of the reasons why
Yes.
I actually start with a mirror. Because you can liberate yourself when you
Yes.
look into
Yes.
the
Yeah.
mirror. And the person reflecting back at you will actually see how that reflection
Yes.
changes when you talk to yourself and become
Yes.
real,
Yes.
right? So I know that a lot of people will wonder what is self-love, and I want to throw that out to my guest here today. I know that it means accepting your emotions for
Yeah.
what they are and putting your physical, emotional, and mental health
Yes,
first. A lot of people suffer from mental health.
Yes.
A lot of people actually go into different spheres of life, and especially after, I won't say after, but the 2 years that has passed,
Yes.
there's a lot of things that
That
happened,
definitely.
and we actually neglected ourselves.
Yes.
In the process.
With the lockdown, we didn't dress up, we
Yes.
couldn't go out, we
Yeah.
couldn't A, B, and C. So therefore, a lot of people, because they couldn't communicate to others,
Yeah.
actually, and go out and be with friends and stuff like that, they actually went into that, some sort of depression, some sort of mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? And I want to ask you here today,
Yes.
what will you say is self-love?
Okay, I'll go. For me, self-love is really every morning when I woke up, I said to myself, I am my own assignment.
Yeah.
I need to tick my box and like myself.
Yes.
Before my husband, before my children, before friends will say,
Yes.
we love you, we like you, I like myself first. I
Absolutely.
tick that box. So self-love for me is really, Joan, it's to fill my cup every morning. Internally, to fill my cup every morning so that it can show externally,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, before even you put up the makeup, before you dress up, is to fill my cup inside with my emotion state,
Right.
okay, with my health state, with my mindset, to say, this is the day that the Lord has made, I will rejoice.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
pour in myself first before I'm getting out there to pour into others. So self-love is literally to pour into yourself first.
Yeah,
To
it's
serve
like
yourself
accepting
first.
yourself.
To
Yes.
serve yourself,
Yes.
to care for yourself first. That's
Very
basically-
important. And what will you say, Vi, if you can just come in there?
Okay, for me, self-love is a very controversial topic.
Right.
Because it can swing both ways. You know, some people say you can be, what is the word, like a pompous or conceited,
Right.
or you know, just think so too much of yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, yes,
So
yes, yes.
it can swing that way as well.
Absolutely.
You know?
That's
But self-love from a biblical perspective is very important.
Yeah.
Or there's other words like self-esteem, self-worth.
Self-confidence.
Yes, that's right. It's important. So I believe that if you are a Christian, the Bible teaches us that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. So we need to accept ourselves for who we are. So I have come to the place where I want to embrace myself.
Right.
I do not want to compare myself to anyone else. I don't want to care about anybody else's opinions.
Yes.
I do not want to, I want to allow myself to make mistakes. I don't want to be afraid to speak
Yes, sure.
my truth.
Absolutely.
I do not want to walk around eggshells around anybody. I just want to be my authentic self. And I think it is very liberating for me. Over the past few years, couple of years, it has been a journey for me. It's a self-love is not something that happens instantaneously. It is something that you have to practice. It's something that you have to work on, and you have to do so intentionally.
That's right.
Right? You've got to have a plan of action.
Yes.
You've got to have a goal for your life. And so therefore, I am also a huge fan of self-talk. I like to talk to Violet. When Violet is down, I
Yes,
talk to Violet.
yes,
I like to
yes.
find out, why is Violet
yes,
down?
yes.
You know, why? What is this? What is this fear that I'm feeling? What is this insecurity? What is it all
Yeah,
about?
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And then work on it.
Yes.
I always, used to tell my children, so when you feel down, what? Just reflect.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
am
Why
I
are you?
down?
Yeah. Question yourself.
Question yourself. Ask yourself questions. Because
And
it's-
answer it.
Yes, because it's also a natural flow of life. It's
Yes,
one of the
absolutely.
things in life we cannot. Everything cannot be always.
Yeah.
hunky-dory.
Every day is not the same.
No, it's
We
not
have
the
different.
same.
We have different days.
Right,
We
and
have different things happening to us.
Sometimes life throws things at us
Yeah,
unexpectedly.
no, true.
Some of us that have gone through divorce. Some of us who have recently lost loved ones. Your spouse, your
Yeah.
child, your
Yeah.
sibling, your somebody very close to you, very dear friend. We know that is part of
life,
life.
cycle.
It has become a cycle.
Yeah.
Thanks for saying
yes.
that. It's become a cycle of life.
Absolutely.
And sometimes we need to also break
The
using
cycle.
the
You have
bad
to.
the bad
It's very
cycles
important.
in our lives.
And also the
Absolutely.
behavior.
The behavior
Yes.
pattern.
Yeah,
Yes.
because sometimes people would want to see you down,
Yes.
especially when you maybe lost a loved one.
Yes.
Right.
People don't want you to make jokes. They
Yes.
don't want you to laugh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that is what people say.
Right.
You have to
Conform.
act and,
Yes.
and be conformed to
Yes.
their
Yes,
standards.
Absolutely.
And not your personal feelings, because
Right.
sometimes you feel like to get out of that situation, but
Exactly.
because of the stigma,
Right.
that
And it's-
people actually
Yes.
confined you in those situations
The
that you're in.
expectations of others.
Yes.
Right.
And many times we succumb to those
That's
feelings.
right.
Exactly.
We actually take it on.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And we feel that. And in the interim,
Lose
no?
yourself.
Yeah.
we lose ourselves.
Lose yourself.
You lose your
Totally.
identity.
Yes.
You lose
Yes.
who this
am
person
I?
is.
Who am I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then you must ask
Right.
yourself, but what happened to me? Who am I? You know?
Right.
And it's good sometimes to go back.
Yes.
I had
Yes.
incidents in my
Yes.
life where I had to go back
Yes.
and ask myself, but where did I lose myself?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because
No.
so many things happen to you.
Yes.
And you have to find yourself.
Absolutely.
Go back and see, yes, so man, I don't understand this type of person because
Yes.
people can make you either happy or angry.
Right. Right.
And we allow that.
We allow that.
actually.
It's what we allow.
Yes.
Yes. So self-love helps us to make healthy choices in life.
Yes.
You see, if you don't have self-love,
Right.
you will never be able to think straight. Because you are bombarded with so
thoughts.
many
Yes.
things.
Yeah.
Your mind is actually distorted
Yes.
Yes.
with A, B, and C.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
I don't.
negative thoughts.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have this pimple in my face.
Oh,
I
yes.
have these blemishes.
Right.
With old age, I get these marks.
Yeah.
Oh, and if I look at A, B, and C,
Yeah.
that person is not like that.
Yes,
So
yes.
you can't make real choices in
Right.
life
Yes.
because your mind
Yes.
is
Clutter.
actually clustered with a lot of things.
Yes.
And how can you
Yes.
think straight?
Yes.
You know, if you as a
Absolutely.
person don't have that self-love,
Right. Right.
right? So, what is self-love too? If we can go back to that.
Yes.
When you hold yourself in high esteem, you will make choices that nurture your well-being
Yes.
and serve you well.
Yes.
That is important. Your emotional state,
Very
guys, that you are in is important when you make decisions. Life decisions. I used to work for the bank for many years. And we had a program, and I always mention this. We had a program in the bank
Yeah.
where it said, you pack your own chute.
Right.
So I went to go look that. I went to go do a little bit of a research
Yes.
on that
Yes.
specific thing. Only years after I'm out of the bank, and I thought about this, and I realized, you know, if you don't pack that chute properly,
Yes.
you can actually fall,
Yes.
and you will fall. Actually, some people die if that chute. When you come from that
Yes.
height and
Yeah.
you hit the ground, you can die.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
You know, some people were lucky and
Yes.
they maybe fall on trees or something.
yes.
The landing is a little bit softer.
right.
In life, it's the same thing.
Yes.
right.
If
Oh,
you
yes.
don't pack your own chute well and correct,
Yes.
guys, you will fall.
Yes.
Therefore, it is important with self-love to see to your emotional state,
Yes, right.
to see to yourself
Yes.
as a human being, to care for yourself.
Right.
You know, therefore, I believe even if you are a housewife and you're at home,
Yes.
you have to care for
For
yourself. If that man comes from a beautiful environment, and I want to speak to the women out there who are at home and you are cleaning up and you are with the children and stuff like that. But listen, you know the time that your husband comes home, right?
Yes.
It is important for you to at least, man, kicker yourself up. Make yourself a little bit neater because he comes from an environment in the office where there were beautiful ladies surrounding him, okay? And now he comes back and he looks at this asphalt person.
Yes. And full of complaints as
Full
well.
of complaints and aches and whatever and
children
whatever.
did this and
It is very important for us to actually look at that. Your emotional state plays a
Yes.
vital role
Yes.
in making choices
Yes.
in life.
Yes.
So my next question to you will be, guys, self-love means taking care of your own needs, right? So what does self-love means to you as individuals? Anybody can go.
Okay, self-love to me means always how to improve myself, how to skill up in a certain area of my life where I need skills, where there is assertive skills, where there is critical thinking skills. In self-love really helps me to improve that areas of my life. It helps me to value myself.
You're right.
It really helps me to value myself. I know what value I add in every environment where I step in.
Yeah.
So that self-love really contribute towards it, because when I'm in the room, I know I add value.
Yes.
And it speaks to my self-love, to myself first, and I add value to you because I love you also. Because
Right.
I cannot love me and love you if I don't love me. So when I add value to myself, I will add value to you.
Yes.
So self-love really helps me to add value. It helps me to improve myself. It helps me to live my purpose out. So a reason why I said so, self-love uplift my confidence. It helps me to stay confident. It helps me to be content,
Yeah.
because many times when you don't have self-love, you can easily look for things around you to fill you up.
Yes.
So with self-love, with me, it let me really bring me to a place in my life, even if things are not up to speed, but it makes me content. It makes me want to know and feel like it's okay where you at now, the place where you at now, okay, but you're not going to remain there.
Yes.
Hence, I'm improving myself. Hence, I'm developing myself. I always find ways to create things in my life because of self-love, so
Right.
that I can become the best version of myself.
So you're actually, in self-love, you are saying you are talking about yourself
Yes.
to yourself.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely. You're
And
right,
all the
Joey.
time.
And I think that is
I'm
important.
doing things
It's
for
very
myself,
important.
to myself.
Yes,
absolutely.
yes.
Absolutely.
And also prioritizing yourself.
Exactly.
You prioritize yourself in a
Yes.
way that, listen, I have to educate myself.
Yes.
In order when I get into
Yes.
whatever conversation,
yes,
I can
exactly.
participate
Exactly,
in the
Joni. Yes,
conversation,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if you want to come in.
Yeah,
maybe
sure.
and just
For me, self-love is actually taking full responsibility for your own physical, mental, and spiritual
Well-being.
Yes,
health,
well-being.
well-being, and growth.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Growth for me is important.
Very.
Like Sonia said, we need to grow continuously.
Yes.
It's a
Absolutely.
perpetual
Yes,
thing.
yes.
yes.
We are going to grow until Jesus comes.
Right.
You know, I love having conversations with my daughters.
Right.
Because they know me for who I am.
Yes.
So they give me real checks all the time.
Absolutely.
And I cannot fake things.
Yes,
I cannot
yes.
pretend
Yes.
that I am someone who I am not.
Yeah.
And what I love about them is that they help me to become the best version of
Yes.
myself. You know, and so because sometimes I doubt myself, Joan.
Yes.
I'm being real
Yes.
to you guys.
I think we all have
Yeah,
that.
we all
I
do.
doubt myself.
Definitely,
You know? And
definitely.
so then I have them that just encourage me and remind me of where I. You know what's a good thing for me too is to remind myself of where I came from.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And where I
Where
am
I am
at
now.
Yes,
Yeah.
and where
And
you know,
where
because
I'm heading to.
and where I'm going
Yeah.
to, and it's important to also know where you're going to. Sonia.
That's very
Yes,
important.
absolutely.
Otherwise, you're going to
And-
stagnate.
Absolutely.
And if you also don't have the tools
Yes.
to help yourself.
Yes.
So for me,
Resources.
resources, self-skilling,
Right.
continuously seeking to improve yourself, whether it is through studies, whether it's through
Absolutely.
reading the Word
Yes,
of God. I think the Word
absolutely.
of God is
Absolutely.
It
vital.
has everything
Yes.
everything is in there.
It's
Everything is in there.
educational. You know,
Absolutely.
it really helps us with everything in our lives, in our marriages, in our how to parent our children,
Yes.
how to conduct ourselves with our friends, how to just deal with our finances, how to just
Everything.
just about
Everything is locked
everything
in.
is locked into the manual,
Yeah.
which we call
the Bible.
the word of
Bible.
God.
Yeah.
You know, and
Absolutely.
we always say we do not want to spiritualize everything.
Yes,
but
yes.
then we realize we have to come back to the source.
Yeah.
Because God
is the source.
love.
Yeah, true.
And He is the one that actually gives us that the ability to love.
Yes.
Because if you don't have the ability to love, you cannot also receive love.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and if you don't, Sonia said, if you
Yeah,
don't
but
love yourself.
on that,
Yes,
I would
yes.
say, you have to actually, and this is very important. If you went through something in life,
Right.
and you actually made so many mistakes and things just happened to you, it is very important,
Yes.
to forgive yourself.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
If you do not
Awesome.
forgive
It's very
yourself,
important.
you will never be able
Yes.
to walk on.
Absolutely.
Totally.
You won't
Absolutely.
see the grass is
Yes.
greener on the other
Yes.
side
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
if you don't forgive yourself.
Yes.
Yes, you've made the mistakes.
Yes.
Yes, you did whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But it is important to actually take that dirt and
Yes.
just wiggle it off your
Yes.
back
Yes.
and move forward.
Absolutely.
Because there is a better life out there.
Absolutely.
You know what
Yes.
I'm saying?
So
Not
true.
every day, not every circumstance will be bad.
Yes.
Life is made out of the good and the bad.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Life is
Yes.
made out of the downs and the ups.
The mountains
You know
and
what?
the valleys.
The mountains
and the
and the
ugly.
valleys.
Yes.
Right?
And Johnny,
the
what you
good
said-
and
Yes,
the
the good
ugly.
and the bad.
What you say there is so true, because
Yes.
when you forgive yourself,
Yes.
it makes it so easy to forgive other,
Other
people.
people.
That's right.
What they are doing, not
Yeah.
just towards you,
Yeah.
but and then people don't understand. But how could people betray
Forgive,
you?
yes,
and
and
yes, you're
forgive
still
them.
smiling with the people. You can
Absolutely.
greet them in the mall
Absolutely.
because why you are living freely. Because
Right.
you set
You
yourself
freed
free.
yourself,
Exactly.
yes.
And I think that is the important thing of really loving yourself, is to free
That's
yourself.
self-love,
Is
to
to
free
travel
yourself,
light.
yes.
To travel light.
Yes.
Because as women, particular, we are so heavily traveled.
Yes.
We have all the stuff on
Yeah,
on us.
yeah,
We already
yeah.
have the household, the husband, but
Yeah.
then we put stuff on us.
Yes.
And
Very
we are
true.
so heavy traveled, and people can't understand. But why Joe laughing loud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she travel light.
Yes.
She don't bring on stuff in her life that does
The
not belong
baggages.
there.
Exactly. And accepting oneself, for, like I
For
said
who you
earlier,
are.
Yes.
who you are.
Absolutely.
And
Be
make-
true to yourself, it's actually.
making allowance, like we said, for making mistakes. But there
Yes.
was something
Yeah.
else that I also
Yes.
wanted to mention, which just slipped my mind now, because I was
I
getting
would
so
also-
excited
I would
about
also
what
say-
Sonia was saying now.
Yeah, I would also say it means actually to put healthy boundaries in place.
Yes, yes.
Every person must have healthy boundaries.
Yes.
Boundaries are so important in
Yes,
life.
yeah.
People won't just knock you off your feet.
Right.
People will not abuse you if you have healthy boundaries
Yes,
in place.
absolutely.
We all have to have healthy
Healthy
boundaries.
boundaries.
It
Amen.
is very, and if you don't have it, I would love you, to, when you have your quiet time today,
yeah.
to go down and write down a few boundaries
Yes,
that
yes.
you want to put
Right.
in place in your personal life.
Yes, yes.
Because to
Absolutely.
me, you have to have boundaries.
Absolutely.
Because you know what? I've noticed if you don't have boundaries, everybody's going to come and
In and out.
sway you
Yeah.
to their different ways
All off
of
track.
life.
Off track.
You are well on track.
Yes.
You are running your race well.
Yes.
But now someone comes and just say, no, come.
Yeah.
Don't you want to do A, B, and C? I think that is why also with a lot of businessmen,
yes.
Yeah.
where they actually lose track
Right.
because they all over
They're
the
going
show.
into deals that they're not supposed to.
That when, because we don't have healthy boundaries.
And young people too, How
Very
young
true.
people fall prey to that all the time, because you don't have boundaries, you don't have goals.
Yes.
So if anybody
So
says,
important.
come
Yes.
along and do this, you just say, okay, I've got nothing
Yes,
to do. I've got
absolutely.
nothing to lose. The other thing that I was thinking of also is the fact that we need to, when it comes to self-love, is, that my GP had to remind me,
Right.
Violet, you are going to get a breakdown, girl. if you don't take time out to just have me time,
Yes, yes,
just
yes, yes.
watch a movie,
Yes,
give yourself permission.
yes, yes, and not work all the time. Run,
You know,
ABC.
run around giving yourself to others all the time.
Yeah,
you
sometimes
know,
I'm
make
bad with
yourself,
that,
I know, make yourself a priority. Read a book.
It's true.
Take a
Yeah.
bath, or lit candles
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Just really take time to breathe and smell the coffee
And
or the
don't you-
roses, and don't feel guilty about
Don't
it.
feel
Yes,
guilty about
yes.
it.
Don't feel
Therefore,
guilty.
therefore, I believe that it also means to trust yourself.
Yes.
Because trust goes a
Yes.
long way.
Yeah.
You know, if
Yeah.
you don't trust yourself, you will
Yes.
never be able to trust someone else.
So true.
You know,
So
with your
true.
deals, with
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
So therefore, I say self-love is a lot of things, guys.
Yeah.
It
A
means a
lot.
lot to me. It means a lot to me, and therefore we have to look at
Yes.
it.
Yes.
So now, going further, how and why do we practice self-love?
Because it's like I said, for me, the reason why I practice self-love, it's a setup for the next level.
Okay.
For where I'm heading to. Like we
Right.
said, life is a journey.
Yeah.
So I practice self-love on this level so that when I get to the next level, I'll know how to be
Yeah,
at that next
yeah,
level.
yeah.
And the reason why I practice self-love also a lot is for me to have a stable emotional and mental state life.
Yes.
Because without practicing self-love, as we said, you can be swing around with everything. You can become so easily depressed.
Yes.
You can easily feel like you have to fit in all the time. You can easily feel like you have to, you won't set boundaries if you don't
Right.
practice self-love.
Yes,
So
true.
for me, practicing self-love is really bring me to a place in my life whereby I said, I've seen myself in the next level again.
Yes,
I see
yes,
myself
yes.
doing
Yes,
that,
yes, yes.
I see myself stretching out to this and
Right.
that.
Yes.
So I'm practicing here for preparing me there.
Yeah.
Right.
So to practice really self-love for me is also to say in that next level where I'm
Right.
going to, I must know how to appreciate myself. I must know how to conduct myself. I must know what behavioral patterns I need to have in myself. So it's
Yes.
important because it really helps you to go to the next level of your life, of influence, of
Yes.
making a difference.
Right.
So that is exactly why I practice self-love.
Right. I like that because it's also important if you know who you are,
Yes.
and sometimes you lose yourself.
Yes.
And yes, sometimes you feel like a failure. You know what I'm saying? But I feel if you have self-love, you will care for yourself
Yes.
much more easier.
Much more easier.
You will take time, as you said, Violet.
Absolutely.
You will take time out. You will really be there for yourself. And therefore, I feel when you hold yourself in high esteem,
Yes.
Oh, yes.
it's not being
Absolutely.
arrogant.
No.
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 It's not being, she thinks she has that.
Yeah,
and you
she's
know what I'm
arrived,
saying?
she has it
No,
all.
no, no, no,
Yeah,
no, no, no,
no,
no. You've got it all wrong. You've
Yes,
got it all
yes,
wrong.
yes.
It's
Just
just that
being-
I know I keep myself in high esteem.
Yes.
Yes.
And therefore, I nurture
Yes.
the one I am with every day.
Yes.
Because, listen, you are with yourself
Every day.
every day.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
I cannot live Sonia in this body
Never.
of Joan.
No ways.
And therefore, Joan cannot live into Violet's body
Yes.
No ways.
and bring Violet to this body. Yeah. It doesn't work like that.
No, definitely not.
You are you because of you.
Yes.
Therefore, God made us so unique that He actually gave us different fingerprints.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And therefore, we have our own giftings, we have our own talents, we have our own thing. So we have to keep ourselves in high esteem.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what do you want to throw in there?
You know what, Joan and Sonia, my grandmother, who played my paternal grandmother, played
Yeah.
a very vital role in my life, and I'm named after her,
Okay.
Mama Violet. Mama Violet, when I lived with her at one stage, and then in the morning before I left for work, she would call me and say, no, my child, you're going to come to me first, and then she has cream crackers for me. You remember cream crackers, the old cream
Yes,
crackers?
yes.
And then
Right.
she would have cream crackers
Oh, I used
for
to
me.
love it.
Yes, and you know, for the life of me, I cannot get to the multivitamin. But she used to give me a little I don't even think it's on the market anymore, little multivitamin tablet, vitamin. And then she would say to me, my child, if you don't look after yourself,
Yeah.
nobody else is
Yeah,
going to
that's
do that
true.
for you. And you know, that
so
was a
true.
life lesson
That's
that
an
I
excellent
learned
life
so
lesson.
early in life. And I spoke to my daughters the other day, and they this is now a bad reflection on myself, but they said they had to also learn later in life
Yes.
what it was like to love themselves, which means I failed in that area.
Yeah, but because
I-
of the busy lifestyle,
Yes,
Violet,
and all the
because of the things that we,
mistakes and all the things life threw at
and
me.
you know, we had busy lives.
Of course, of
Yeah.
course. And so, you know, for me, I wanted to feel bad, but then I thought, no, girl, you didn't know better.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if we don't know better, we cannot,
cannot
do
give.
it. You cannot give what you don't
Yeah,
have. You
yeah.
understand? And so taking care of myself is very important for me. You know, physically, mentally, it's like it's intrinsically, like it's
Yes.
a part of me.
Yes.
It's what my parents have. You know, simple things like just taking care of yourself, like how you present yourself,
Yes,
how you
yes.
make sure your kop is gekam, you
Yes.
know, borstel, brush your teeth,
Yeah.
to make sure
That's taking
before
care of yourself,
That's taking
yeah.
care of yourself.
That's
physically,
holding yourself in high
holding
esteem.
yourself
Yes.
together and how you present yourself. So no, for me, self esteem, self
Yeah.
love,
Confidence,
self
yeah.
confidence is very important. It's important for us. And let me tell someone who is listening, Joan, today, that those things can be learned. It doesn't mean if you don't have it, if you're not
Yes.
practicing it now, that you are
Yes.
doomed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things are
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
it's over
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
You can learn it. You
Yes,
can,
yes,
you can,
yes.
You
practice it.
You can
Yeah.
practice. You
You-
can
you're
start.
never too old to
You're
do
never
something
too old
new.
to learn.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can start all over again. You can have a new
Absolutely.
beginning. You know, if you find the right tools to love yourself, you can start loving yourself again.
And also, if you keep yourself in high esteem,
Yes.
And you will nurture yourself in different ways.
Yes.
You know, in exercising,
Yes.
in your physical appearance, in your dress code,
Yes.
in different ways, men.
Yes.
In having healthy conversations and
Yes.
healthy
Yes.
relationships,
Yes.
things that benefits you.
You know,
Okay?
the other thing that I've realized too, Joan, is that I shouldn't compare myself. I should appreciate others, especially
That's
our,
very important, eh?
our females, for who
Yes.
we are.
Yes.
You know, if I just look around me right now, I hold you in high esteem.
Yes.
And I appreciate the package, the help me, Sonia.
Yeah.
Whatever Joan
Yeah,
is bringing
yeah, the
to
difference,
the
yeah.
differences that we have. We
Yes.
We
celebrate
celebrate
each
one
other.
another.
Yes.
We celebrate.
Yes.
I celebrate Sonia.
I think it's so important
I
that
love her
Yeah.
humor. I
Yes.
love the fact that she's crazy about exercise.
My energy.
There we go. Her energy.
yeah,
And I
she
sometimes
brings
wish
energy to the room. Yeah,
you know, I sometimes wish I can be like her, but
You can. That you have just told people now, whatever you need, you can practice it.
Oh, thank
so
you.
you can practice to have by self-love. You can practice to have a positive energy every day.
Yes,
You
yes, by
pump yourself
getting
with
up,
that energy.
yeah.
You know, you pump yourself with that energy.
You know, Sonia, because what I want to say, John, is that I've realized that we all have strengths
Yeah.
and
And
weaknesses.
weaknesses, yes.
And one of my weaknesses, may I confess,
Yes.
I don't like exercise.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so that is something that I need to work
Work on.
towards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to walk. You
Yes,
know,
yes.
every now
And
and
then.
then, which is not good. It needs to be consistent,
yeah.
consistently.
Yeah.
So
consistency is key.
It's
very
key.
key.
It's key.
Very
Yeah.
key.
So but I'm not going to judge myself either.
No,
I'm
don't
not going
do
to be
that.
hard on myself,
Don't do
girl,
that.
because I think once we start judging ourselves,
Yeah.
we're so keen to judge others as well.
Yes.
Yes.
We
Yes.
don't have grace for others.
Yes.
You know,
Because you-
And you
because
start,
we've got
and,
this thing
and
in
you
our-
know what's
yeah,
happening
yeah, yeah.
also when you look at Sonia and you see, oh, Sonia's gymming and what, then all of a sudden you get a dislike in
salt.
Sonia.
You become
just
salty.
You just feel,
Yeah.
sê vir haar nou net beter.
Exactly.
All right, can I just quickly go to some of these
Yes.
thingies online, comments online?
Yeah.
Alison Milton, thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
Beautiful woman of God, good morning. Eileen Peilman, good morning, beautiful ladies. I'm sending love. And then thank you so much for tuning in. Leanne Scholes, thank you, Victoria Twala, for tuning in. You say morning, ladies. Leanne says, she say, you take care of others, have the same standard for yourself. That is important.
Very.
And then Victoria says, great topic, beautiful ladies. Joan, Sonia, and Violet sending hugs and kisses. I love you. Eileen says, self-love is very important in yourself. You have to have it for yourself.
Right.
Then Victoria says, absolutely forgive yourself and move forward.
Right.
No one is perfect.
Yes.
We make mistakes so that you can learn from them. So forgive yourself so that you can be able to forgive others.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
And then Leanne says, if you in a good place, everyone, and I like this comment,
Right.
I love.
Yeah.
She says, if you're in a good place, everyone around you benefits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
So true.
It allows you to serve others on
that energy.
higher
With that
standards.
Right.
And then Frank Boyson says, ladies need to take time out more frequently to catch up with themselves.
Yes.
Amen to that. And I know sometimes I'm very bad with that, but now and then if I get the opportunity, I do that. Right? Victoria says, so truly, Anne, I agree with you. And then Sylvia van Kramberg, thank you so much for tuning in, girlfriend. She say, hi, girls, simply love the topic. And then Victoria says, oh yay, Violet is never too late to learn self-love.
Oh, yes.
Sylvia says, hi girls, simply love the topic. Self-love give you all the confidence to be secure
Yes.
in who you are.
Thank
And
you.
isn't that so important?
Yes.
If you don't
Yes.
know who you are, you will
Yes.
fall for everything.
Absolutely.
Right? Everybody is going to take you
Yes.
for a ride.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So the next thing that I want to ask is, what are the ways you think that we can practice self-love?
I want to say be kind to yourself.
Okay?
Yeah, see the beauty in the simple things in life.
Okay, yes.
Right? Even if you don't feel particularly powerful, think about how far you've come in life, like I've said before, how you've survived
Yes.
trauma
Yes.
or disappointments, but that is not who you are.
Right.
Your disappointments and your traumas and whatever you've been through. And right where you are right now, you're alive and powerful beyond knowledge. Sometimes
Right.
we do not even realize how powerful we are. We limit ourselves. So I would also say, be patient with yourself,
Yes. Amen.
because self-love may not happen overnight,
Right.
right? And stop comparing yourself
Yes.
Yeah. And
to one
that,
another,
yeah.
because that is so that break us down
A lot
all
of
the time,
times,
and
yeah.
it makes us
Especially-
jealous.
Especially in
Yes.
our women's circles.
Yes.
That competitiveness.
Yes.
You know, it's
unnecessary.
unnecessary
Oh.
because you are unique within yourself.
right.
You have so many things that you can offer. That's why God didn't make us the same.
Same,
You know,
yes.
the print is not the same.
right.
We are different and we are uniquely
Yes.
made
Yes.
in His image. You know what I'm
Amen.
saying?
Amen.
With different gifts, with
Yes.
different talents, as I
Yeah,
said before.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And therefore, it is important to use your own giftings.
right,
To
yes.
use,
right.
come with who you are
right.
to the
Yes,
table.
yes.
You know, because I can learn from you
exactly.
things that is in you that is not in me.
Yes.
You know, and we can learn and we can
Yes.
complement each other in that
Yes,
way. So
yes.
therefore, we like to say we are not out there to compete, but to complete.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
Yes.
I will just add there on Violet's list. I would say the way I'm doing it and the way I can tell somebody else outside there to do it is to be grateful for the past experience, to be grateful
Learn
for
from
where
it,
you
yeah.
were.
Yes.
You know, if I can take my past experience and my life journey, I mean, if I had to try to love it now in my present, I would, really.
And if you didn't have self-love, you were not going to make it.
Yes, I will be destroying myself. So be grateful for the past and thankful for the present.
Yes.
And then you start getting excited for the future.
Future,
I don't
yes.
know about you, but you will always see when I post or say something, I'm
Yes.
posting futuristic. I'm
Right.
getting excited for where I'm heading to, for the future. Because sometimes we are so, blaming ourselves for what have happened in the past.
Yes.
And we forgot what happened in the present.
Yes.
You don't celebrate. You don't
And you can
thankful.
actually live in the
Present.
past,
You
eh?
can
Right.
live in the past, but you need to be thankful for the present.
Yes.
The present does not smell good. It doesn't look nice.
Right.
But then you are excited for the future.
But the present might not smell well now, but you know what? The past stinks.
Exactly. And the future
So
is
what you
marvelous.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if you practice those things, girls, you are setting yourself up for higher heights.
Yeah,
Amen. I would also say be mindful. Be mindful or become mindful, if I
Yeah.
may put it that way. Know what you feel,
Yes.
know what you think,
Yes.
and know what you want.
Yes.
Right.
Very important. You
Yes.
have to be mindful
Yes.
every day when you wake up.
Yes. Can we put
Make
can
a
we add
conscious
see? Can we add
decision.
see what you see also?
Right.
You have to.
Right.
You have to have a vision
Yeah.
for your
Yes.
personal
Oh,
life,
yes. Oh,
right?
yes.
And then also taking actions based on needs rather than wants.
Yes.
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 Very
There's certain
important.
things that we want and we cannot reach, and then
Yes.
we go fall into a guilty party,
Yeah.
Right.
or we fall into a pity party, and we feel that no, you know what, and
Yeah.
then you just simply don't care anymore. You don't
Right.
love yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
That guy dropped you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And you thought that there's love,
over.
but
Yeah.
then you find out, well, the guy's seeing someone else.
Yes.
Or there's just no love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or that woman left you, or you thought that woman loves you,
Yeah.
and things like that.
Yes.
It really influences
Yeah.
your state of being.
Yes.
Right.
Who you are.
Yes.
It really, if I'm right.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Johnny.
If you are not in the right state, you're
Yes.
gonna
Yeah.
feel. If
Yes.
you're in a state of you left me for someone else.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's either you're gonna have different feelings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, to counterattack actually
Yes.
the state of
Yes.
mind that you are in.
Yes.
So therefore, I believe that if your state of mind is
the right
cool,
state of
if you're in a right state of mind,
Yes.
you will make right choices.
Yes.
You will do simple things that will actually push you forward, propel you to your
Right.
destiny.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You will actually be in a good mind frame.
Yes.
Right.
Because if you are not in the right state, your feelings is going to act out.
Absolutely.
It's going to have feelings,
Yes.
right? If you're in a bad mind state, you're going to have bad feelings,
Yes.
and you're going to have bad reactions.
Yes,
Right.
You're going to
absolutely.
act in a different way.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Right? So it's important for us actually with self-love
Yeah.
to check that out.
Yeah.
If I wake up in the morning, what is the things that I do?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, so I would like to give you a tip on that. It just came to mind. I'm just
Yes,
talking
okay.
out of my.
Okay.
I want to give you a tip on that. If you get up in the morning, men, get up with excitement
Yes.
Oh,
and
yes.
thank God for a
Expectation.
new day.
Oh, yes.
And then affirm yourself.
Right.
Guys, you will never
Right.
know how
Yes.
affirmations
Very
are
important.
important.
Very important.
Tell yourself,
Yes.
woo, you're beautiful.
Oh, yes.
Yay, I'm made in the image of God. And yay, I know I'm going to make it, and I'm going to
Yes.
make it
Right.
strong.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? There are certain things sometimes in life that you have to do. And also, if you are not a jolly person and you are not that character, you can become
You can
that
create
character.
it. Yes.
You
You
can
can
create that atmosphere
Oh, yes.
around you.
Yes.
I always say, you live in an atmosphere.
Yes.
Wherever you go, if you are in a room of negative people,
You can
the
change
the
atmosphere is
atmosphere.
gonna be negative,
Yes.
and you, with your with your spirit, with your vibe.
Yes,
you
positive
come in
spirit.
with a positive
Yes.
spirit. You know, only that one
Yes.
positive person
Yes.
can change that whole atmosphere.
Right.
So I want to encourage you, affirm yourself when you get up in the morning.
Yes.
And then at the end of the day, look what you have done for the day.
Yes.
And what are the things that you are grateful for that you actually achieved for the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I think that is a great help. I'm trying that now. For 2022 because it's my year, remember?
Yes.
It's my year, it's my year. It's the beginning of
Oh, yes.
the years to come.
Yes.
Yeah.
The beginning of good years for me.
Oh,
Sean, can I just add there also? I like what you said about affirming yourself.
Yes.
And many times I think people are doing it, but they're doing it with the lips.
Yes.
It's never sink in here, in the heart, and in the mind. It's not becoming like a rhythm, you know?
Yes.
It's for me, it's like, and I want to use this example. Many times people are like, taking your selfie. That's not self-love
not- oh, no.
in itself. It needs to be internally.
Yes.
Because when it's internally, then
will
it will
come
blow
out.
out.
Yes.
By taking your selfie, fine, nice. But selfie is not self-love.
Yes.
It's like just, you just want to shine for yourself, yes,
Right.
which is right. But internally stuff, that is there rooted in you,
Yes.
that nobody can take out of you. That is amazing when you're affirming yourself, because I said it and it's settled somewhere else.
in my heart,
It's
it's
settled.
settled.
Nobody
It's
else
settled.
will take
Nobody
it.
will be
It's not
able to
just-
take it
it's
away.
not just when you walk into your office and somebody says something negative, then it's gone.
No,
But
no,
you
no,
say
no,
it
no.
and you mean it.
Right.
So that is when
That's
you do.
important.
Yeah, affirmations
That's
is
vital.
when
It's-
you mean it.
Yes,
Really.
yes.
So
Right.
thank you for that, Joan.
Yeah. Right.
So self-love also for me, Joan. You mentioned something about when the feeling of inadequacy.
Yes, yes.
Like when your husband left you,
Yes,
or
yes,
your
yes,
boyfriend
yes,
left
yes,
you,
yes. Yeah.
and you start questioning yourself.
Right.
You start feeling less than. You know what?
Yeah.
Why did
What
he go
is-
for someone?
what-
What was
what's
wrong,
wrong with
what-
me?
And the word we use is, what's wrong with me?
Yes.
This girl, there's nothing wrong with
Yes.
you. You shouldn't be questioning yourself. We do not have control over others. So the choices that
Absolutely.
the guys made, or
Yes.
Their choice.
others make, we do not have control
Absolutely.
over that.
No,
So
we
it's
don't.
their monkeys,
Yes.
it's their problems. So give it back to them, and learn then to nurture yourself and to
Yes.
love
That's
yourself.
so important,
Very,
Dave.
very
That's
That's
very
so
important.
For too long, we are fighting the wrong things. We are
Yes.
fighting them and
Yes.
they.
Yeah.
And then
And
we
not
think it's
ourselves.
us.
Yeah.
Right. Like Violet
Yeah.
said, it's out of your control.
It's
Yes.
totally out of your control.
And as soon as it include they and them,
Yes.
then you know it's not you.
No.
I said the other day, you ask yourself, is this my business? Is this
Yeah.
my battle?
Right.
Then you know how to conduct yourself in a situation.
I like
That's
what
right.
Grace says. Grace says self-love comes first. Fix
Yes.
your crown.
Yes.
Treasure yourself.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that is so important.
Very, very
Many times
important.
our crowns are not properly on our
Positioned.
heads, positioned on our
Yes,
heads.
yes,
But we can fix one another's
Yes.
crowns.
So true.
That's where we
Yeah.
Complement
and
complete
complete one another.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I think life will be so much easier
Yes.
if we complement one another
Definitely,
instead
definitely.
of always being
Criticizing
ugly
one
and
another,
criticizing
mean
one
to
another,
one
you know.
another, yes.
That is why my last question, we're almost done with the show, guys. The time flew so
I
fast.
know.
But let me quickly check which one can I ask you. Why is self-love the best love?
Because it's something that nobody can take away from you.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
is in your control.
Right.
It is your power.
Yes.
Self-love is power. It's
Right.
somebody can tweet that right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Self-love is so much power that you
Right.
have within inside of you
Right.
that nobody can take away from you.
Yeah.
That's why it's very important. It's vital for me, Joni, because when everybody's shut down around me and they don't love me,
Yeah,
I love
myself.
me,
Yeah.
I can conquer the world.
Amen.
I'm telling you, so that's why it's important.
And also it's important to know then, if I love the person who's reflecting back at me every day and
Right.
whom I'm with every day,
yes.
this person is going to conquer. I am not going to look.
Yes.
outside
yeah.
or
External
to
things.
yes, I'm not gonna look there for affirmations.
Affirmation.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let other people say,
Right.
"Oh, you're beautiful."
Yes.
Nee, ek is beautiful in
Or,
myself.
or ask them, am I looking beautiful?
Yes.
Or don't you think I'm looking hot? Or don't you think I'm looking sick? You don't need to ask
don't need to
anyone
ask
that if you have
anyone.
self-love.
No, you don't have to.
And
Because
that's
you
why
know
it's
who you
important.
are.
Whenever you post yourself, let's
Yes.
take social media.
Right.
Yeah.
When I post a picture, I don't wait for 100 likes, John.
Yes.
And you know
Yeah.
what? Tomorrow I'll post another picture.
Yeah, and yes,
Why
sometimes
are you thinking I'm waiting for you? I'm posting tonight. I'm posting another picture.
Right.
So it's not about you. I like myself so much
Exactly.
that I post myself several times
Exactly,
for
girl.
me.
It's about
For
me.
for
It's
being me.
Yes.
And
Yes.
not for being doing. So
Right.
sometimes we're doing too much and we're not
Right.
being. So you just need to be.
Or being
just be you.
Just be you.
And the best you
And
you
stop
can be.
doing you.
right, and being too concerned about the opinions of others.
Other people.
Yes.
Because
I
that's
like
not
them, the
self-love.
dislikes. No,
I like
that
what
is not.
Evangelic says, the quote for the day,
Yes, I say.
selfie is not self-love.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Don't love that one.
Please tweet that, Evangelic.
Selfie is not self-love,
Self-love, no
guys.
way.
Terry Ann says, when self-love flows from the inside out, no one will be able to dim your light.
That's
Yes.
exactly what
That's
you said.
exactly what you said.
You need to be flowing from the inside
From the
out.
inside out.
Yeah.
From the inside out. Because you know what? Whatever's inside is going to come
Right.
to the outside.
Yes, yes.
To
That
reflect.
is definitely, it's going to reflect from
Yeah.
the outside too.
For me, I'm so happy that it's the young people that are commenting, you know, because it's so important for our young people, our teenagers, to know their self-worth. Because so many times when we studied teenage pregnancies, for example, it's because of a lack of self-worth.
Yes.
That most of our girls
Yes.
allow
Yes.
themselves to become
Yeah.
pregnant
Yeah.
because we know
And
the
to
old
be
stories
abused.
and to be abused. We know the old stories of show me or prove your love, you know.
Yes.
But so if you don't know who you are and you don't know your worth, you will fall for those.
You will definitely.
those lies.
Yes.
That are that the guys throw at them. So we need to teach our young girls.
Yes.
We need to teach our young
Yes.
people. We need to teach our
Absolutely.
daughters from
What
a
self-love
young
is.
age
Yes.
what self
Self-love,
and love and
love,
self-respect
self-respect
is.
Yes.
What integrity is all
Because
about. Yes.
sometimes, especially with our little children, you
Yes.
know how we were taught
Yeah.
when we were in our mother's houses.
Yes.
Our age, right? And maybe it's gonna give away our age, but it doesn't matter. Age is just a number.
Yes,
Number,
it's just
oh,
a
yes.
number.
And,
They used to say girls need to be seen
Yes.
and not heard.
Yes.
I've changed that with my grandchildren.
Yeah.
I say to their parents, leave them.
Yes.
Yes.
You know,
You wanna
their
see anyone in
voices
their
needs to be heard.
Allow them to have a voice. Yes.
They have to have a
Yes,
voice.
yes.
That is why we actually went into a corner.
Yes.
When my mother used to get visitors, I used to go hide in a corner, honestly speaking.
Yes.
And I
believe
actually
you, too.
lost
I
a
believe
lot
you,
of
John.
things
Yes.
in that, not being heard.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's important for us to leave our children
Yes.
and
Yes.
teach them that self-love
Yes.
because sometimes it takes some characteristics out of them.
Absolutely.
It gives them
It
confidence.
gives them confidence to
Yes.
speak in front of
Yes.
other people,
Exactly.
which we didn't have because we were scared to
Yes.
talk.
Boldness.
Yes.
There were no boldness,
No,
guys.
nothing.
Nothing.
And we need to teach our young people, daughters and sons, and even us women,
Yes.
how to really to love yourself is how to deal with your insecurities.
Yes.
Sometimes we don't want to deal with it. We
Yeah.
feel like, oh no, I'm just so confident, you know,
Yeah.
and yet you got so much insecurities that you are really carrying around.
Yes.
And until you're not dealing with it and
Yes.
facing it, Johnny,
Yes.
and like Violet said, get help, speak to somebody, and say,
Yes.
girlfriend,
Yes.
I'm feeling
Yes.
very insecure about
Yes,
this.
yes.
I mean, I saw this woman in church. She's coming very close to my husband. What do you think? Maybe it's not the case.
Yes.
I can help you and say,
Yes.
listen, maybe you have mercy, maybe you
Yes,
have. So
yes.
now you carry that insecurities, and it's really
It's getting to you,
getting
yeah.
to you, and
Yeah,
it
it's
has an
getting into your
effect.
heart.
It has an effect on your self-love.
Absolutely.
Then you start thinking there's something wrong with you,
And
but you have not addressing the insecurities.
so true,
Absolutely,
Sonia,
and also you see, it's the inside that's
Inside.
speaking now.
Inside.
That actually reflects
Reflects to the outside.
outside.
Joan, and it steals our peace and
Yeah,
our
our
joy.
joy, yes,
Yes.
our happiness.
Our happiness.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
we
who's
give the
respon-
power to someone
give the
else.
power to
Who's
somebody else.
responsible for our happiness? We are.
Yourself.
We are.
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody can
So-
take it. You
Yes.
give it.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
So yes, girlfriends,
Sorry.
time actually flew, and we came to the end of our show, and we just want to thank everybody who tuned in. I just would love to just mention this thing quickly. Cindy Swart says, always say if you've never had a friend tell you change those jeans,
Yeah.
they don't work, or take down that post, you've never true crown.
Fixers.
You are not true crown fixers, right?
Right.
So we actually have to fix our crowns by
Yes.
helping one another.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we've came to the end of the show, and I would quickly like to ask you, what is your last comments? Quickly in 2 seconds.
Yeah, I would really love my love comments just to really reiterate it that selfie is not self-love, but really to find your self-love from internally and live it out externally.
Yes.
And bloom within yourself.
Right.
And bloom within your circle.
Right.
And bloom wherever you have been planted.
Yeah.
That is
Absolutely.
portraying self-love
Yes.
at its best.
Absolutely. What your first your
I would say trust yourself to make good decisions
Yes.
for yourself. You know,
Right.
trust your own instincts and take every opportunity that life gives you.
yes.
But also create opportunities
Right.
for yourself. Because if you're not going to create opportunities for yourself, you're going to be stagnant. You're going to remain where you are. So it is important that we always strive to be a better version
of our yeah.
ourselves.
Yes, true. Every
As
day we can grow.
Every day we grow and we get better.
Yes,
Yes.
we came to the end of the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back next Thursday, same time, same place. So tune in. I love you. God loves you best. Go in the peace of the Lord and enjoy your day further. Mwah.
In the shadows, as I look upon my life, in the shadows, there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my dreams. As I look upon my life, in the shadows, there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living